Hello and welcome everyone. Danny Garola, the Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. It has been quite warm down here, seasonably warm, might I say. Well, that is good to see that we have volume going, but we don't need to hear me twice. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday, November 25th. This is the week of Thanksgiving. This is the Monday right before. So we have some holiday plans coming up. We're going to do our traditional Thanksgiving here at home and then maybe invite some friends over who don't have much going on. And then right after Thanksgiving, that following week, I have to go have a doctor's procedure done. So last Monday, I did a live, not so live, because I had a doctor's appointment I had to go to, and I had my annual physical. So, as most of you guys know who've watched me for a while, I have been struggling with extremely low iron levels. And so when I went in, we kind of talked about that again. And she goes, well, let's wait and do your testing and see where you're at. So we did my blood test, all that kind of stuff. She came back or called me the next day and let me know that my iron levels are the lowest that they've ever been. And I need to go have infusions done ASAP. And so I am really struggling with extreme tiredness. I'm also dealing with some leg cramping. What else is it? I get this weird little twitch thing in my face. And she said all of those are, and heartburn. Who would have thought that heartburn was associated with low iron? So she was explaining to me all those things are associated with it. So she told me, she goes, so you need to call over to the hospital and you need to set up to have some infusions done. So she's got me set up to have 5 infusions done. And she also set me up to see the OB because that's the whole reason why I'm so iron deficient is because um, womanly issues. You all know what I'm talking about. As soon as you start this menopause thing, wild things start happening to our bodies. Yes, I will leave it at that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not getting deep into that. That's a conversation for a whole nother day. But anyways, so I have to go in and have all those things done, and then I will probably have a surgery that I'm going to have done after that. So we'll see how that all goes. But you guys know life goes on. We do what we do, and that's just all that's to it. So we are then after Thanksgiving, and then 2 weeks later, we are going to be going on vacation. So I'm super excited about that. We are going up to Pine Top. We are so hoping for snow um, and can't wait. So it's going to be terrific. And then as soon as we get home, um, we're going to have to wrap presents, get them under the tree, and do all that kind of stuff. Because then the following week will be Christmas. Isn't that crazy to think that this year's almost already over? I feel like I was literally just sitting here like not that long ago telling you guys about our last year's Christmas plans. So it's just kind of wild how all that works out. Hello, Vicky. Welcome, welcome. So, on top of that, we have some wonderful things coming up in the Stampin' Up! World that I will be talking to you more in depth about next week. Um, and so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new to watching me so you don't miss anything, because you're definitely going to want to be here next week and hear what is going down in our world. Tonight, I am going to be playing with the Regal Flora. It is a beautiful set. Um, it actually has a suite collection and a bundle. I am going to be using products out of the suite collection, but in order for you to when you get this class, when you place your order with me, I will definitely be giving you the things that you need minus the bling. So just so you guys are aware of that. Um, trying to think. Oh, over the weekend, we got to go to this really fun kind of like meetup. So my husband's friend flew in from Texas. He's kind of a production kind of guy. He does a lot of filming, doing producing, directing, that kind of stuff of small films. And he's got some wonderful films out that you can see over on Amazon. I know they have a new one coming out. Can't remember the name of it, but so it was a film slash actors meet and greet that my husband really wanted to go to because his friend flew in from Texas and was going to be there. So we decided to on Friday night go down and spend some time visiting with everybody. My husband actually has done some writing of scripts in the past, and he was wanting to get together with some of those old friends that he has had and hasn't seen in a while, because since we've moved, he's kind of been out of his film producing kind of stuff. So it was kind of nice to just get out for a little bit. My son watched our daughter, and we got to go visit and have a drink and just kind of chill. Um, it was kind of crazy. I haven't been downtown Tucson and I think forever. So it was kind of cool to be able to walk around, and as we were walking, because we had to go park in a parking garage because there's not really any street parking, especially on a Friday night. So we parked in the parking garage and kind of just went walking. My bestie went with me because I had to have her moral support, because I don't know any of the people that he is friends with in this film acting thing. So I was like, I need you to go with me just so I have that buddy that I can sit and chat with if he runs around and talking with everybody, because he's a social butterfly. Me, not so much. And so uh, it was kind of funny. She was just walking around talking with everybody. So it kind of really helped me kind of come out of my shell as well. So we had a good time. Uh, so yeah, he's thinking that for Thanksgiving he's going to invite one of the guys that was there, because um, he's military and doesn't really have much family around. So I think we're going to invite him out to come out and have a little feast with us. So that'll be nice. Okay, you guys, I think it is time to get you guys turned around. I'm really sorry. I'm kind of out of my head. I'm telling you guys, I'm so like insanely like just drained. My body is physically drained. My brain is drained. I think it is going to do amazing things for me going in and having these infusions done, because it's really, like I was telling my doctor, I said, I go, it almost feels like a out of body experience when you're going through this. And I have days that are different than others. So yesterday I was not feeling like this at all. It's really kind of weird that certain days will be worse than others. Today's just been, of course, a typical Monday, and I've just been really kind of just feeling different. So I've been making sure I'm taking my iron pills. Not that they do much good, but it's at least better than nothing. So that's what I have been dealing with. And I know a lot of you out there deal with the same struggles, and you definitely need to get in and get yourself taken care of, because this is not a fun feeling at all when you don't feel like yourself. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We're going to get into these beautiful cards, and I can't wait to share with you what I have going on. All right, hold tight. So do any of you guys do any kind of like fun Thanksgiving traditional things that is something that you guys just do every year? If you do, I would love to hear your traditional plans that you guys do. We're really trying to find something that we can say, this is what we do every year. Yeah, as far as like Christmas going up to the mountains, that's one thing, but is there something special you guys make? Do you do a certain like game? I know when my kids were younger, we used to go around the table and all of us would say what we were thankful for, which was really kind of fun. But now that my kids are grown and some of them aren't at home and don't come to our Thanksgiving dinners. It's just, I would love to know, do you guys like make candy together? Do you sit down and make ornaments together? What is it that you do? And also, I would love to know how many of you guys are going Black Friday shopping. I would love to see how many of you guys are doing that. So drop me a comment below and let me know where it is that you plan on going for Black Friday and what is it that you have your eyes set on. I know a lot of online shopping for Black Friday has kind of already started super early, but so out here in the barn, I have a really, really old flat screen TV out here that came out of one of my kids' rooms. And it like is so slow, like ridiculously slow. It takes you probably 5 minutes for it to just come on. So I was telling my husband, he goes, what do you need for Christmas? Or what do you want for Christmas? And I go, well, probably a new TV. And oh my gosh, we all know how the prices of TVs are. They're super cheap. I remember a couple years back, well, it's probably been more like 5 or 6 years back, but we went and we bought a big flat screen TV and it was ridiculously priced, especially when you look at the prices of TVs now that are like multiple in size. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We could have bought 4 TVs back then for the price of the one that we bought, but you know, that's how it was when things were coming out. And when you get the biggest size there was, now they've got these almost 100-inch TVs out there. Good God, I don't have the wall space for that, but just saying, and they're only like $1,000. It's really kind of crazy. Okay, so I have today is the last day to register for the free make and take Christmas ornament that I am doing here in person in my barn. This is going to be super, super fun. So if you would like to know more details about this, please go over to pinkbarnstamper.com. On the right-hand side, there's a little column that says categories. Look for the category that says in person. Click that in person and you're going to see the make and take there. Once you click on that, scroll down, you're going to see a little pink like bubble window thing that you can click on, and that's where you're going to register for this class. I will have the barn open from like 11 to 4. You can come anytime that day, but you do need to register. So I just make sure that I've got enough ornaments to go around for everybody. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's so cute when you can actually create your own little ornament, take that home, share it with your family, let them see what you have created with your own hands, and you can wow everybody. And then at that point in time, if you would like to purchase the kit, you can. And then you can sit down with your family and make these really cute ornaments as well. So super fun on that. The Notes from the Heart is the paper pumpkin subscription that we are currently in the subscription for. So this beauty right here, I love Blackberry Bliss. We're actually going to be using that color on some of tonight's cards. So this is called the Notes from the Heart. This is the December paper pumpkin. You can subscribe through December 10th to get your hands on this kit. Create cards with hand-sketched botanical designs. It's going to make 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. It's going to come with some of these pre-cut vellum pieces and the sparkling gems. You're going to get the scalloped card bases and coordinating envelopes. So this is super fun. We also have our add-on still available for this last quarter of the paper pumpkin. So it has a big, large tag in there, and this is called Merry Tags and More Dies add-on. So it coordinates with the last 3 months, so December, November, and October. You've got this really neat fern, and I'm assuming that one is probably going to coordinate best with the December kit since it says it's about the hand sketch botanical designs. You've also got the word Merry, and like I said, a really nice tag in there. If you like creating your own tags for your holiday gifting, it's kind of fun to be able to have a die cut like that you can cut out a bunch of those in different colors and then decorate those up as your heart content. So you can find more about the current paper pumpkin in the description below of this video. Okay, last week we created the, what was it? The reindeer fun cards. So I've got those cards ready for you guys for the giveaway today. So for this first card, this is for liking last week's video. So again, like I said, last week's video was a live, not so live, but this little pretty card here is all about these different tones of green. I also used some pool party in there, and then we kind of carried that same design over into the inside. But for liking last week's video, so all you have to do is come in, throw me some of those little thumbs up in there. That lets me know that you like the video. And then go over to the comments section and say that you've liked, and then also share this video. When you hit that share button, it's going to share it to, you get to pick where you want it to be shared. You can share it to Facebook, you can share it to Pinterest. You can also share it here back on YouTube. So if there's any of your friends that are watching this, they can see it as well. But then, like I said, make sure you go back to the comment section and you write that you've liked and shared so I can get you entered into the giveaway for that. So this one for liking last week is going to go to Miss Kay Wire. So Kay, this is going to come your way. So super beautiful card to help you get a jump start on your Christmas card giving. The second card that I'm giving away, this is for commenting on last week's video. So when you came in and you let me know where you're watching me from, just come in and let me know what life is, you know, like for you, where you live, what your weather's like, all those sorts of things. Just come in and give me just a little rundown of the things, or if you have a question, you can always do that too. That gets you entered. So this really pretty little card here, we use the DSP and the die cut out that little deer. And then it says, may all your days be full of cheer. This card is going to go to Laura Janice. Laura Janice for commenting on last week's video. Now, Laura, I do not have your address, so I do need you to email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com and give me your address so I can get this in the card to you. So that was Laura Janice, who came in and commented on that video. Then the last little project that we did this little wine bottle holder. So this just, here, let me grab the one that I have hanging over here so you can see exactly how this works. So this just hangs on a bottle of wine or sparkling cider or whatever it is that you are giving. You could do a gift tag on a gift card on the back of this, which would make a great little gift, but it just kind of fancies up your little bottle when you give that to your recipient. So that is how that works. So for this one here, this little bottle topper, for sharing last week's video, I have this along with the opaque faceted gems. I am going to be giving this to Leanne N, and I believe her last name is Nielsen. Leanne, for sharing last week's video. I believe I have your address, but if not, go ahead and email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com so I can get this in the mail to you, Miss Leanne Nelson. This is going to be coming to you. So yeah, when you like and you share and you comment, it gets you entered into my giveaways. So let me put those aside so I make sure I've got those together so I can get those in the mail to everybody. Oh, a really cute card just came in the mail today. So this is like one of those little easel cards. This came from Miss Janice. She sent me a little happy Thanksgiving card. It's a little easel card. The little turkey kind of pops out of there when you open this up. So it sits like that. It's kind of like a little 3D card when you set it. It's super, super cute. And I love Happy Thanksgiving. The colors are just so cute. And he's got the cutest little face on him. So thank you so much, Janice, for sending me this Thanksgiving card. I love it. Okay, that's going to go up there. So for tonight, I am going to be creating 3 gorgeous cards using the Regal Flora bundle. I'm also going to be using the Blackberry Bliss and Gold ribbon, along with the Regal foiled adhesive back dots and the paper as well. Now the paper is called the Regal Winter. Now this whole, everything you see here can be added to your cart with 1 code from the Sweet Collection. But I just want you to know that when you shop with me this week and your order is $35 or more and you use my current host code, now you have to use that host code in order to get my free kit. You're going to get a kit in the mail that looks like this. Now, I will include any ribbon in there that you need. The designer series paper I will include as well in your kits, but you're going to get 3 envelopes that include all the stuff you need to make the beautiful cards that I am creating for you tonight. Now, I will cut any, and I don't think I have anything extra. Oh, yes, I do. I do have a circle on one of them. So any of the cards that I create that have anything that are beyond this bundle, I will cut any of those elements out and have those in your kit for you. But you will need to have this bundle in order to complete the cards as intended. So you've got these beautiful floral images here. Now this is called the distinctive stamping. That's when it looks more real like, and it's got those different kinds of shadowing in there and shading to make it have that real look to it. You've got some beautiful sentiments in here, wishing I were there to give you a hug, sending love your way, thanks and missing you. And then this really fun die set. Now I didn't use this one right here. It just wasn't something that kind of went with anything that I was making. And frankly, I didn't exactly know how to use it. So I didn't use that piece, but I kind of used pretty much that besides this one, and I didn't use this one either. So I used quite a few of these to just show you exactly how we're going to play with this. So when you shop with me, you're going to go to www.shopdannygarola.com. That is how you're going to get in my online store. You can shop there 24/7, and that will get you right into the shop. So you can actually, there's a search engine up at the top. So if you go in there and you search the Regal Flora, it'll bring you right up to this set. Okay, so for our first card, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So when you see your card, you're going to see the card base. All the stuff that goes on the front of your card is going to be in front of your card base. Anything that goes on the inside of the card is going to be tucked behind, just so you know. So that's the inside of my card. These are all the goodies for the outside. So my piece here, this is a half of a sheet of our full cardstock. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to go ahead and score this at 4.25. Okay, so as you can see, there's our score line. Now on this card, I'm going to actually take this and turn this so my score line is going to line right up on the track of my cutting tool here. And then the bottom corner, the bottom right-hand corner is also going to line up with the track. So we're going to go to the score line to the bottom right corner. So let me make sure I have that lined up in there. Okay, just like so. And that's going to take this little piece off. We can set that aside. We're not going to use that. And then now we're going to fold that over. This is a really fun design. I actually used this layout for a mystery stamping card a while back. I just love this design. Okay, then you have your beautiful designer series paper. We're going to actually use this side of the paper. There is these beautiful flowers on the other side, but look how well that coordinates together. So when you look at your piece, this is 4 by 5.25. When you look at your piece, you need it to be where this bottom corner is going to be on the bottom corner flap that we just cut off. So as we can see, we need to cut from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. So we're going to take this and we're going to do that same thing. Top, left, bottom, right. And this piece will actually give you the pieces to make two. And I need to take a drink really quick. That's one of the other symptoms that we kind of deal with when it comes to the low iron is you get really bad, like dry mouth. It's not fun. So we're going to take this and we're just going to adhere that right there. Like so. Okay, and then we've got a coordinating color. So the other designer series paper that I'm using is I chose this one out of this pack. So it looks like this. It's got that same wild wheat color, but then it also has some of these darker. So I decided to bring in my early espresso to coordinate with this because I think these colors really go pretty together. So this piece here, this is, I believe it's a 3 by 3 square. Yep, this is a 3 by 3 square. And then we've got a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inch square of our designer series paper. So we're just going to adhere that right down on there. Look how pretty that pretty peacock is. It's that same design, but in the pretty peacock. This paper really has some gorgeous colors in it. Okay, so there is that. We're also going to take our inside piece. This is going to get adhered right into the inside of this. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. And now this is the Very Vanilla that I've decided to bring in on this. I just think the vanilla is so much softer than the white in with all these colors. So that will go on the front of our card just like so. So we need to really watch and make sure that we only apply glue to the back of this bottom left corner because we don't want any of the white part being adhered. So I'm just going to hold this, flip it over, and just know that I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down here in this bottom corner. And then watching all four sides to make sure I got this right in the middle. I'm just going to adhere that down like so. And then there's our card front. And then I have this little strip of early espresso. Now this is 5/8 inch. And I'm going to be using the sentiment, Sending Love Your Way. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to do Sending Love Your Way, and I'm going to be actually using my Versamark and my gold embossing powder. Now I should take my, where's it at? My little embossing buddy here and wipe that down to make sure there's no fingerprints on there. And then I am just going to stamp this right on here like so. Ooh, that was very crooked. Eek. We're gonna flip this over because the nice thing is we've got two sides to our paper. And this time I'm going to be watching to not get that so lopsided. That looked like I was dizzy. Much better. Okay, so we're gonna cover that. Now, where did my handy dandy spoon go? So I'm going to take this and we are just going to add our powder to that. Let's see who's all in here. I see everybody popping in. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Frida. Welcome, you guys. Hello, Melanie. Hello, hello. Okay, tap that off to get the excess off of there. Let me grab my heat tool here. I'm going to cover this just to make sure I don't get any heat on any of that. All right, isn't that pretty? That gold on that early espresso. Now what I want to do is I want to take my snips. This is a gorgeous stamp set, absolutely, Melanie. And I'm just going to bring this in. I'm just going to flag the end of this. Just like that. So we've got this. Actually, I think I'm going to bring that flagged in just a little bit more. I have that awfully far away from the sentiment. That's better. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to add this right to the front of our card like so. And I'm going to use my mini dimensionals. Okay, and I'm just going to place this right like so. Right across there like that. And then what we are going to do is I'm going to grab this little leafed image here along with the Wishing I Were There to Give You a Hug stamp set. And I'm going to grab my Early Espresso ink. And then I'm just going to stamp this right down here in this bottom corner of the inside of this card. Okay, and then same thing with the Wishing I Were There to Give You a Hug. Now with this is I need to make sure that I don't go past this point. So you can kind of just hold your finger there, you can lay a tool there, whatever will just give you the reminder to not go past that. And then just stamp that right there. And there we go. And there is our beautiful card. And see, then you don't see those, that sentiment from the outside. You're still seeing you're sending love your way. So you're not having any of that inside sentiment show through. And then I'm going to bring in my adhesive backed metallic gems. Now, the pretty little gems that do go with this, I just didn't see any of those colors fitting well with this card. So since I did that gold on there, I'm just going to grab these gold little gems and put on here. Now with these gems, they do come in silver, gold, and copper. And they come in the big and the little. And let's take one more of these and we'll put it right up there. So there is card number 1. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love how well those colors really blend together. So really fun, little easy design here. So card number 1. Let me get my stamps cleaned off here because we are going to be reusing these on some of our other cards. Okay, card number 2. Now this is a fun little design. Now what I need to do here is I'm going to bring in And where I had my little note card here, so I knew what I was doing. So you can take one of your full sheets of 12 by 12. I've already cut off my sample card from here. So this would normally be 12 by 12. So you're gonna get 4 of your designer series paper pieces that go to this card. You're gonna get 3 of those from one of your 12 by 12s, because all you're gonna do is cut this down at 4 inches and 4 inches, and then that'll leave you another 4. So we're gonna cut this at the 4-inch line, which then in turn leaves us another 4-inch. And what we are going to do on this is we are going to lightly, now the reason why I say lightly is because designer series paper is thinner than cardstock. So when you see your cardstock's pretty thick. Your designer series paper is thinner. And if you try to score as hard as you do on your cardstock, you're gonna rip right through your paper, and that's not what we wanna do here. So my first score line is going to be at 2.5. Now this card is a beautiful way of showing off your double-sided paper. So lightly 2.5, and then I need to open up this arm here. And my next is going to be at 6 3/4. Okay, that's what we need for that. And then let's get our other pieces out here. Those are scraps. Our card base, get this, you're gonna be able to make a ton of these. Your card base is 4 1/4 by 5.5. Just one single piece. I chose the Blackberry Bliss because I thought it went really well with this paper. Isn't this paper gorgeous? Look at all the different colors on that. You've got some of your red, your cherry cobbler, you've got old olive, mossy meadow. Let's see, what are actually the colors that they say that they have listed on this? So one of the good things about our paper packs is if you don't know what the colors are, they actually have them listed on the back of here. This one has Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Cherry Cobbler, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Wild Wheat. So Blackberry Bliss is one of our colors. So what I want to do is I'm going to fold in. Now this is on the big side here. That's at the 6 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to flip that back over, and then I'm going to pull in on that 2.5. And actually, I did that wrong. I need to take that in on the 6 3/4. And it just depends on whatever side of the paper you want to show more predominantly. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. So when this lays open, this is the side that I want to see. I want to see all these beautiful flowers here. So this is going to actually get adhered to my card base, and then it folds shut like this. So then I get to see some of this Night of Navy floral print here as well, which goes really well again with that Blackberry Bliss. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add glue to the big side that I'm going to have down because I want to see the flowers on the other side. So then I'm just going to hold this and place this down right on that single 4 1/4 by 5.5 card base. And then my card opens just like this. Isn't that cool? You really get to see this beautiful paper. Now my inside piece is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And what we're going to do with this is we're just going to add this right over here to the side. Now this, again, is going to be hidden on the inside of our card. So only when they open it are they going to reveal that inside portion there. Okay, I'm bringing in 2 punches here. I have the Label with Love punch, and I have my 2-inch circle punch. So I need a scrap of Blackberry Bliss and a scrap of my white. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to cut a 2-inch circle from my Blackberry Bliss. And then from my white, I need to just cut one of my little Labeled with Love, like that. And then with the rest of this scrap, I'm going to get my ink out. I need Blackberry Bliss and Night of Navy. I'm going to be using 2 different images here. I'm going to be using the single flower here, and then again with that leafed image. So with my flower, I'm just going to stamp that once there in Night of Navy. Clean that off because we're going to use that again. But since I've got this leafed image out and my Night of Navy open, I'm going to go ahead and ink up that floral image. I try to utilize all my scrap that I have. Okay, so there's that. And then I can close up my Night of Navy. We got to do a sentiment, but I'll do that in just a moment. And then I'm going to do my flower again in Blackberry Bliss. Like so. And then I'm going to grab, using this little piece here, I'm going to grab my Missing You image here, or sentiment, and my Blackberry Bliss. I'm just going to stamp that towards the side over here of this little label, like so. Okay, everything is stamped. Whoops. You actually need to clean that. All right, and then I'm going to set that there. I need to get my dies out for this one. So for my dies, I definitely need this little leafed image. So we're going to push that down on there. And then my flower. Get that on there. And then I'm going to run this through, and then I'll do the Blackberry Bliss flower. Okay, there's that one. There's that. Let me get the Blackberry Bliss flower done. Ah, my tape just came undone. Dang it. Okay, there's that flower. All right, here's my flowers, and here's my little leaf piece. So what I'm going to do with these now is I'm going to take these, and with a little bit of glue, just going to dot a little bit of glue on this petal over here, and this is going to go right over the top of this, like so. And then on this little floral, this little leaf print here, we're going to put just a little bit of glue on the stem, and then that's just going to come off the side right there, down the center. Okay, and then with our little label here, this label, because it's a perfect edge around here, it fits perfect on your 2-inch circle. Just like that. See how it fits perfectly round with that? Then I'm going to take my little floral images and I'm going to put those right on the back here. Just like so. Give that a second to adhere there. Well, Vicki, it looks like you're going to have to get this set out and you're going to have to play with it. Because now that you've got some great ideas, you're going to have fun with this. Okay, so now I need to grab some dimensionals. And so what I really need to be careful of is I don't want this side adhered down because I want all these flaps to be able to come open. So I need to make sure that when I adhere this down, I don't get too crazy putting dimensionals. So if I keep it somewhat towards the side here, all I know is I need to put them behind my circle, and this will all be hanging over. Just like that. And then when I place this down, I make sure that none of my dimensionals are hanging over the edge. Like that. And then when I flip that over, none of my dimensionals are hanging over. Isn't that so cool? Again, a really great, simple design that really shows off. And we've got so many papers that would work perfect with this layout. So then where did I put my little gems here? So these are called the Regal Foiled Adhesive Back Dots. So these will actually go great with the colors that I have here. So you could really do any color you want here. I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and we could do the blackberry. We could actually do those Night of Navy. You could do the green, or you could do that pink. You could really do anything you want on here. Let's see. I think I'm going to use some of the pink because I have not done that yet. So I'm just going to put that there, and just like so. So there's the pink on there, and see how well they coordinate with your paper. It would be really pretty. I'm going to show you on the last card. I'm going to take Wink of Stella, and I'm going to actually Wink of Stella the inside of my flowers to give them some really nice shimmer to them. But this card would be equally pretty if you were to do the Wink of Stella on that as well. So very, very cute. You could put any sentiment in the inside of that. I did the Missing You. So we could always do the Sending Love Your Way in the inside, but I'm going to leave this one blank because we could say so many different things for when we miss someone. So there is that beautiful card. So card number 2. Now card number 3, you guys are going to fall in love with. I love the colors of card number 3. I mean, I love the colors on all of them, but number 3 just, I don't know what it is. And then I also made a fourth one that I will be putting on my blog sometime during this week, probably on Friday. So you guys will be able to see it over there as well. I will show it here tonight, but if you want to see it closer, you guys can check the blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. Also, you're going to find all the shopping list, the dimensions of everything that I'm using tonight over on my blog tomorrow morning. So there are my inside pieces. I'm going to set that aside. I need to take a drink. Now, I threw the gold foil in here because I wasn't sure if I was going to do gold foil or not. I may or may not use that. So just know that it's only sitting there because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it or not. Okay, so my card base, again, is a half a piece of our cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score this at 4 1/4. So in the beginning, when I said that I didn't have extra elements that I was using on the card, I actually do. So in this kit, when you place an order with me this week and you use that host code, I will add the punched images into the kits. Okay, so we're going to score this at 4 1/4. Here is our card base. Let's smush that down, give that a nice crease. Then we've got, this is a scrap that we're going to need to do our images on. We've got a piece of, this is 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. That's just going to go on there like so. Then we've got 2 pieces here. These are 3 3/4. I mean, they're 3/4 by 3/4 by 5 1/8. Yep, make sure I cut them both since my head's a little spinny. And then this one here is 2 inches by 5 1/8. Okay. And then we have our scrap of white to do our stamping. So let's go ahead and get this all put together. So we're going to need our white piece. Both of our 3/4 inch pieces are going to go to the outsides. And then our floral image piece is going to go right in the inside, just like that. Isn't that pretty? So let me go ahead and do this little piece first. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to do this side next. Okay, and then that leaves space for my 2 inch floral piece here. Okay, isn't that pretty? Oh, love those colors. They are so rich. And I think it just makes it look so elegant with the rich, deep colors of these flowers. Okay, then that is going to go right on the front of our card base. Okay, like so. That would be pretty just by itself. Don't you guys agree? Isn't that gorgeous? Hello, Wendy. I know, right, Kim? These colors are just, oh, God to die for. They are so pretty. Okay, so we're going to set that aside and we're going to do all of our other stuff here. So let me grab, on this one, we're going to use the trio of flowers. Where's my big block? I had it sitting over here because I've been working on Christmas things that I have to get done. Okay. So what I'm going to do first with this is I'm going to use this big framed thing first. I'm going to go die cut that out so then I know what space I can use for my image here. Okay, so then when I get that, now this actually has two parts to it when you die cut this. Okay, so you have the frame and then you have the inside piece. So this is where I was deciding, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then you guys can help me decide whether or not we want to add this gold piece to it or not. I think the gold really adds a pop of elegance, but it's not like this. These colors need help. They're pretty elegant alone. Okay. There's that. Let's put that away. Okay, so what I was thinking is we can frame. Ooh, look, I have a little goop on there. Hold on. We got to get our goop remover. There we go. I think I might add that to it because that is really pretty around that. Okay, so the way I do it, now whether it's the right way or the wrong way, this is just how I do it. So I come over here and I grab some of my Scotch tape. I then take a length of it and then tear it in half. And I just put that right along that seam there to hold that piece. And I do the same thing over here. Because I'm going to be popping this up, so there would really be no other way that I can figure out to keep these things together. So this is what works. Okay, and then two smaller pieces for the ends. Just like so. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm gonna have to flip this over. My die cutter left some gooey on my thing. So now I want to take my trio of flowers and I'm gonna use my Blackberry Bliss. To stamp those. Okay, and then Pretty Peacock to stamp this little florally, or those little leaves. Just like that. We're going to die cut those out, but See, I already messed up. I should have not put my gold thing around there, but I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways. Let me grab my little scratch paper here so I don't stamp on my desk and make a mess. Then I want to take this greenery and I'm just going to stamp this right like so. On that. Now see, it got up there on my gold. Oh, but look, I can just wipe that right off. Ha ha! See there? Maybe I didn't mess up. So we're gonna do that. Let's close this one up. Okay, we are gonna use our sentiment, sending love your way. So I'm going to stamp this in Blackberry Bliss. Right along the bottom here. Okay. There's that. We're going to set that aside. I need to grab these two pieces and we're going to die cut these out. So I'm going to grab this one here. And die cut those flowers. And my leaf image here. And die cut both of those out. Okay. Here's our trio of flowers, and here is our little leafed image. Okay, there's both of those. Now I'm going to bring in, this is that Blackberry Bliss and Gold. This is our textured ribbon. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to take a length of it. So what I'm really looking for is about 4 inches when I go to cut this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to one end and I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to snip that off so it gives me a flagged look at the end of my ribbon. And it keeps that in from fraying. But look how pretty that is. The color is just gorgeous. Okay, then I'm going to take my glue runner here and I'm just going to run some glue across the bottom of my little image there, and I'm just going to add this right to the bottom of that. Just like that. Okay, so that's going to be on there. And you can straighten it out a little bit because it does get a little bit wonky. Okay, set that aside. We're going to add some, well, actually, no, we still need this. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. you guys see what I put back on my desk? Do you guys remember this little guy? So when you've got all these crazy little backings, so see I've got all these in a little piece of ribbon here. All my little backies. See those? This is going to get loud, so hold on just a second. My little cow is a little vacuum, and he just sucks all those little things right up off of there. He's my little helper. I think, so we got those last year, or a couple years ago for Christmas, and we got my mom the little cow, the little pig one. They're so fun. Okay, I'm going to place this right down here. Kind of right in the center-ish. Like that. Give that a good little push. I'm going to bring my Wink of Stella in. Now, for some reason, my Wink of Stella, this end cap keeps getting stuck on there. I think it's time for a new Wink. I think my Wink has seen better days because it keeps also dumping out the end. I think my little thingy is messed up here. So then I'm just going to take my Wink of Stella and just apply some of that to that. Now it will make your ink smudge. As you can see, it's smudging all that ink because now it's adding liquid to water-based ink. But I think that gives that watercolor even better effect to it. And that really just adds some shimmer to that. And then wipe that off so we make sure when we go to use that on our next project, where did I put that lid? That we don't transfer all those extra colors that we don't need transferred. So I just wipe it off a little bit. Okay, look how pretty that is. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's very shimmery. It just really adds a pretty glimmer to your flowers. Not sure if you're able to see that or not. Okay, then we're going to take our little our little leaves here. And again, just on the end of that, we're going to place that right in between those two flowers there. And my glue, I got a little heavy-handed. But then we're going to take that and we're just going to pop that up right like so. And I'm actually going to glue that right down. I'm not going to pop it up. I thought I was going to pop it, but we already have that other popped up. So if we're going to put this in the mail, we don't want it double popped. Okay, I'm just going to add that right like that. You can see how that fits right on the side where we can see that we stamped that little greenery there. Okay, then I'm going to grab, now I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss little gems here. I'm going to put one right up in there. Get out of here. And then I'm going to do one right there. I think I want that one moved. There we go. And then we're going to do one more right down over here. Okay, let's go ahead and do the inside of this card. So I think for the inside, we are going to do this little strip. This is a 1/2 inch strip. Okay, I have just a little bit of an overhang here. Get off my card. Okay, now we can decide how we want to put this in here. We can have it going like so, or we can have it going like so. So when you open your card, you either see it there, or we flip it and it's on the inside. What do you guys think? I told you guys, right, that this was a gorgeous card. I think it's those two, that Pretty Peacock and that Blackberry Bliss together is like a total wow factor. I really feel like that's what it is. And then you add that pop of gold on there, and it's just such a stunning card. I think that's probably why it's my favorite. Okay, we're going to put this here, but I think this needs some blackberry on the inside of this as well. So I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to, oh, I don't know why I needed that. I'm going to use these trio of flowers in my little mess mat here, we're going to call it. We're going to call it our mess mat. And then I'm just going to stamp these right in this corner. Like so. And we can put, so sending love your way, we could do the wishing I were there to give you a hug. We could say missing you. I think missing you might be kind of cute to put in there. And I think I might do missing you in Pretty Peacock. And I'm just going to add this right down here. Hopefully you guys aren't getting a headshot in there. If so, sorry. Okay. Now we're going to take that and we're going to add that to the inside of our card. Okay, and there is our gorgeous missing you, sending love your way, stunning card. Now, what I did want to show you is the other one that I made, and I didn't use the gold around the edge, just so you can see the difference with the gold frame that I've added or without. I think they're both pretty, don't get me wrong, but I kind of just think this gold really just makes, it just adds a little bit of something. So you guys can decide for yourselves which way you like it. Now, if you have this product at home, then you could make it with or without and decide, you know, maybe make one of each. Send them off. Let people know that you're thinking about them. Beautiful, beautiful cards, beautiful, beautiful colors. People would open this up and just get a total wow factor of your card. Like I was telling you guys that I did make one more card. This is using that same paper, but I brought in a different color scheme. I brought in the boho blue with the Night of Navy and just did the Night of Navy with that little tiny 1/8 of an inch larger piece than the white there of the boho blue. So you guys can see that. I also did the gold around that, but I didn't add anything else gold. That's the only gold that I put around the edge. And then I took one of the banners from the Nested Essentials dies, And I actually cut the bottom of it off, and that's what I put down here. So this is not one long strip. This was just a banner that I cut the end off to move it down here. And nobody's gonna know because it's tucked behind our cute little image here. So there's that one. And then I was even playing with a couple, what was it, last week or so? Or the week before, I don't remember when it was. A couple weeks ago, I did the angled card. And so I again brought in some of the designer series paper for the bottom portion, and then the two top pieces, ran a little piece of gold across the insides of that, and it really makes for a very stunning card as well. So this paper 100% can be a standalone. Now, I obviously need to add some flowers and decorate this one up, but I really wanted you guys to see that design because I gave you guys over on my blog, I gave you guys the project sheets so you guys can see how to cut these. So you guys can make some of these as well. And if you have this paper and you need some ideas of what to do with it, here you guys go. I got you covered. I've been playing. So very, very pretty paper. Okay, so let me bring in, actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to clean these off because, God only knows I would go to set a card down and I would set it right in the edge of one of these inked up stamps and I would ruin my projects, and they're just too darn pretty to ruin. So we'll go like that, and then I'll bring all three of these projects back in to share with you guys what we have done tonight. So again, this really fun, almost like a 3-flap card here, really showing off that designer series paper. Then you can really see the elegance of all the colors coming together with this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's class. I enjoyed having fun working with the projects and really playing with this bundle here called the Regal Flora. It really makes some beautiful, delicious cards, as you can see. The colors work so well together, and they're very rich and elegant and just give you some pop of color going on. So have fun with this set. If you already have it, like, who said that they, Vicky said that she had this set and hasn't taken it out yet. So absolutely get this set out, play with it. Vicky said, oops, wait a minute. I just lost that last comment. Oh, Wendy said, didn't you have the pig one also? Yeah, the pig one is my mom's. I have the cow, and we bought her, look, it's a mess though. It's been sitting here on the desk collecting dust. She has the pig, and I have the little cow. We had to get her one too. We couldn't leave her out. Well, good. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed these cards. Like I said, I was really having fun playing with this. I was making other cards, and then I was like, nope, I have another idea. So then I did that. So I really had a hard time deciding which ones I was going to bring in and share with you guys, because I really like this one too. But I thought I had enough like kind of going on that I knew I needed to switch it up and do something just a little bit different, just to showcase the paper without even using some of the flower images. So that's why I kind of went with that one. So there you guys go. Keep watch for this card. This card will be posted on Friday to kind of just give you guys a closer in-depth look of it, because I do some close-up shots of that. So thank you guys all for coming in here, spending your evening with me. It looks like I actually cut this one right at an hour and a half. Woohoo, look at me go. Normally I don't do my videos that quickly, but this way it gives you guys time to go in, get your stuff ready for, hopefully you guys, if you have a big turkey, you've already taken it out of your freezer. I know we have I think it's like an 18 or 19 pounder. So it said that I posted it actually on my Facebook group or my Facebook page. I think it was on Saturday that the turkey needed to be taken out and moved into the fridge. So I've already moved it into the refrigerator. And I I've been making some of our candies. I made some, it's called cracker bark, I think it is, where you use saltine crackers and then you make a caramel spread and you spread that over it. So I made that last night. The day before, I made some, it's a Ritz cracker bark, where you take Ritz crackers and you lay them down, and then you take a chocolate and peanut butter sauce, or no, a white chocolate and peanut butter sauce, and you run that over the top of that and you let that harden in the fridge, and then you break that off into pieces. I did that one. And then what else did I make? I made something else. Oh, I made the haystacks. So it's where you take the chow mein, the hard chow mein noodles, and you coat them in a chocolate sauce and then put them up on parchment paper, and then they look like a little chocolate haystack. So we've just kind of been having fun making little things here and there so we can take over to our Thanksgiving feast. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Be safe out there. Definitely, if you're out on the roads, if you're traveling at all, take care of yourselves. Take your time. No need to rush. Your people will see you when they see you because they would rather see you than not. I know accidents around here have been almost like on a rise. I've been seeing so many car accidents, and they've been not good ones at that. Which, I mean, that was kind of a stupid statement because what accident is ever a good one? But I just mean that they've been more detrimental than just a little fender bender. They've been some pretty severe accidents that have been popping up on the news lately. So, all right, you guys, absolutely. Wendy's up in Canada. She already had Thanksgiving a couple weeks ago up in Canada. So she is wishing all of us a happy Thanksgiving to all of her American friends. And so when I see you guys next week, you guys will be all gobbly and good and full and ready to go for some more card making. All right, you guys, have a great night. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye-bye.